Hey guys, welcome to Strong number 3. Hope you've had a good week with some good workouts there. We're going to kick things off with our little warm-up. So the workout's going to be the same layout, just different exercises. You've got your 5-minute AMRAPs, 90 seconds rest between, 2 AMRAPs, and then repeating that 3 times. So your warm-up is going to be 10 dorsal pulls. You've got 5 push-ups, and you've also got 8 deep squats. So for the door scat pulls, we did them last time as well. We're going to find a nice sturdy doorway. Once again, dead hang from the door, from here, pulling down through the shoulder blades, trying to pull the scapula down. So in terms of technique, when you pull your shoulders down into that position, keep the elbows locked as much as you can, and you want to imagine that you're trying to balance a shot glass on the top of your sternum, and you're trying to pull the shoulder blades down, push the chest up, okay? So you've got 10 reps there, and then you go into push-ups. So we should all know what a good push-up looks like, but I'm going to reiterate a couple of good form cues for you guys since we're doing a few different variations in this workout. So if you do push-ups nice and wide with the elbows flared, we're going to bring those in a little bit for today, okay? So I want the elbow pits facing forward. You can have your hands forward or slightly open, depending on what feels comfortable for you. Keep the elbows nice and close and pushing. Remember, you can do these from your knees as well, and you can also do it on a raised surface. So once you've done 5, you go straight into the 8 deep squats. So gripping the floor with the toes. If you don't know what I mean by that, basically what I'm trying to do with my feet, if you imagine these are my feet here, I'm trying to grip the floor with my toes and also try and create a little bit of torque, so trying to twist inward like that. My feet actually aren't going to move on the floor, but that's what I'm trying to envision. So creating a little bit of torque, some tension into the feet to work the intrinsic muscles of the feet, and then push the knees out. So I've got my torque, I'm coming down, nice and deep, all the way back up. Nice slow tempo to warm up those muscles. So 8 reps in total, guys. You're going to repeat that warm up 3 times. First 5-minute AMRAP. Thumbs up push-ups, 8 to 12 reps. Doorway assisted pistol squats, 8 to 12 reps on each side. And 20-second plank. So the 20-second plank acting as more like active rest. So let's talk about these thumbs up push-ups for a second, guys. This is a pretty challenging push-up variation. You can do it from your knees. So if you have never done it before, try a few reps on your knees, see how you feel with it. If your shoulders are a bit temperamental with this exercise, just regress it to standard push-ups. That's going to be totally fine for this workout. But for those of you guys who are wanting a little bit more of a challenge, we've got the thumbs up variation. So what you're going to do, lying from the floor, if your hands are right next to your shoulders when you start, you bring your thumbs up like this. You pull your hands away to make this sort of W shape with your elbows and hands. Your hands are going to be the only thing making contact with the floor. So from here, you're pushing up through the bottom of your fists, stopping short like a push-up, and then continuing on. So we're really trying to wrap around with the scapula. You're trying to envision that the shoulder blade is moving around and down, and you're pressing, creating this shoulder protraction at the bottom of that movement. So I'll show you from a different angle here. So thumbs up, down into the top position, or bottom position, and then pushing up, all the way down, hover, and then back up. So 8 to 12 reps, and remember, you can go onto your knees if you need to, okay? Keep the thumbs up as much as you can while you're moving through. So just another way to challenge yourself. It targets slightly different slightly different muscle groups. Serratus anterior being one of the main ones, okay? So 8 to 12 reps through that, and then you're gonna go through your doorway assisted pistol squat. I'm going to show you on this doorway. It's a little bit easier. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be grabbing the post of the doorway for help, for assistance, and then I will demonstrate the two variations you can do. There is an easier version and there's a harder version. So let's start with the harder version. So grabbing the sides for support, I'm going to be working the inside leg to the door. The other leg comes out straight, using the post for assistance, coming down into the bottom. It's a single leg squat, so then you're driving back up. You've got 8 to 12 reps on both sides, and what you're going to do as you move through is try and keep all the weight down here, okay, on this leg that's working. So when you're pushing up, I'm not trying to pull with my arms, I'm just using them to stabilize. I'm generating all the force from that leg. If you can't manage that, that's totally fine. Front leg comes back, just for balance, just for a little bit of support. You can still use your arms there, except now you've got the added balance component with the back leg, okay? So again, 8 to 12 reps through both, and then you're gonna move on to your plank. So this plank variation, there's two different versions. So your standard plank here, so ribs tucked, tail tucked, glutes squeezed as tight as you can, and the core engaged as well. So that's pretty cruisy. You can go through for 20 seconds. If that's a little bit too easy, long lever plank, guys. So nose in line with your elbow pits and keeping all those form cues. If that's too easy, Superman plank that stuff. So 20 seconds Superman plank, okay? So really easy to take those, to raise the intensity on those exercises, guys. Once you've done those 3 exercises, as many times through within that 5-minute round, you've got 90 seconds rest, and then we're going to the second AMRAP, okay? So we've got another push-up variation for you. So this time, we're gonna be doing step through push-ups. Now, it's a little bit deceptive. The step through is actually gonna be a held position, so you're not gonna be dynamically moving the legs, okay? I'll show you a few reps and then we'll go through the kind of technical aspect of it. So what it looks like, you take your standard push-up position, you step a leg through like such. Now when you come down into the bottom of your push-up, you're actually leaning into one arm more than the other, okay? So now it's like a 60-40 split, working one arm more than the other. So you're gonna do 4 to 6 reps on one side, and then you're gonna swap your leg out to the other way, just to make sure that you're getting a nice balanced workload, okay? So you can do that with your knees. It's a little bit trickier, and what I'd suggest is actually, if you're going to your knee variation, just try and do a close push-up. And that's gonna work more of your triceps, more of your front delt, and that's gonna give you a little bit of different stimulation as well, okay? So there you have it. There's the step through push-up. The next exercise, you've got side planks, 20 seconds on each side, okay? So very, very straightforward. Come down into your side plank position on your elbow. I always like to keep my palm forward, facing where I'm looking, as opposed to having my elbow up or down. It's just going to give you more stability and more balance. So with the hips, try not to let them sag. Push them up nice and high. If you want, keep your arm out in front or keep it up top to keep it out of the way, or you can just have it down by your side, okay? So if that's too difficult for 20 seconds, pop down to your knees or come up onto your arm, okay? But both variations are going to be pretty tricky. You want to do that on both sides. So there you have it. That's the second of the 2 AMRAPs, guys. Once you've completed as many rounds as you can in that 5-minute block, 90 seconds rest, and then start back at the first AMRAP, all right? If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments section. Otherwise, you can personal message me. Let me know how you go with the workouts, guys. I'm really excited to know what aspects of these workouts you guys are enjoying. So yeah, stay in contact. See you next week.